But why? Yeah. Howdy folks, and welcome back to another episode of Tyria Talk. My name is Richie, aka Otter, and this show is all about Guild Wars 2. Today is episode number 65, and today I'd like to share my thoughts with you on the Gates of Maguuma patch that landed last week. I've now played through quite a bit of the content. I've done the story instances twice, each of them twice. I've gotten some of the optional, difficult achievements from those, and I've also done a bunch of the events, and explore the area of Dry Top a bit. And I feel like I have enough of an understanding of what this patch is all about to kind of give you my thoughts, give a little bit of review, and share my critiques about things that I'd like to see improved. So let's just start off with the story journal. All right, so this is the new continuation of like the personal story, and then it goes into season 2 where you can unlock different episodes. I love the concept of this. I really do. I think it's great that if you log in while the actual storyline is going on, that you kind of unlock that permanently, and it's kind of like a DVR type thing. It really does, this season's starting to really feel like a TV show, and I think that's a really good approach, and it's kind of unique, approach to a video game, that you have seasons, you have episodes now, and now we have our DVR where we can go back and replay things, because it's sad that some of the stuff that we did in season 1, we can't experience again. Hopefully they make good on what they've mentioned. They've teased that maybe eventually we'll be able to go back to Living World season 1 and replay some of that stuff. Now, a little bit about the execution, and we've members of the community have given feedback on this. I know that Dragon Season has let ArenaNet know some of the feedback that we were talking about on Twitter and different places. But the fact that when you replay, like right now, this is in a mode where I clicked replay on the Gates of Maguuma. It doesn't, like, I can't go back and read everything that I've done. It puts me back, like, for example, like I've never even done this before, and I can't see, I can't see all of the things I've unlocked. And in order to get that all unlocked again, I have to go through and do everything again in order. Now, I can at any point just hop into these purple instances, right? These purple stars, and I can replay the content. So that's not a problem. If I want to go for the achievements, I could do that. But my story journal will not be filled in now unless I play through that all a third time, which is kind of annoying. So I don't like that. And also, right now, I'm a little bit stuck. It says check your mail is the step I'm on. And hey, look, I checked my mail and nothing's happening. Maybe if I hit show me on this, does this do anything? Does this fix it? Fix. Did that fix it? Totally not fixed. All right. So, yeah, I do think that there are some things that they can kind of improve with the story journal, but I like the whole concept of it. And I also like that, if you're not able to log in during the patch cycle for an episode and you miss out on it, that they're going to have these episodes in the gem store so that you can purchase them. And I think the price was really cheap. I think it was going to be like 200 gems to unlock an episode, which is really reasonable. And I think, if anybody says, oh, why they want to make money, I thought this was not supposed to be a subscription game. Why would they charge you for one of those episodes? And I think the reason is pretty sound. Like in the old method in season 1, they really, they were able to make money, and they were able to keep the player base active by saying, hey, you know what? Every 2 weeks we're going to have a new patch, and if you're not here for a patch, if you don't log in during the patch, then you're gonna miss out on that content. So it created like this pressure situation, and it got people to log in, right? Every time a patch came out, there was a surge of new players. They would put new stuff in the gem store, and that's how they kind of kept people interested. If they just did this mentality with the DVR in season 2, right, and they just allowed you to just unlock it no matter when you logged in, well, then really there's no reason for you to log into Guild Wars 2. What I could do is I could literally just say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to log in for the next, I don't know, a couple months, and then I'll just, log in one day and I'll play through all the story in like a marathon session. And it's kind of like how people use DVRs now, right? They might record like half a season or a whole season of a show, and then they'll just log in one night and, you know, bang out 5 or 6 episodes or something like that. And they don't want people to do that necessarily. You can do that if you're willing to spend gem store money, but it behooves you to log in like every 2 weeks when they introduce something new, and at least unlock the story journal entry. Oh, I just failed there. Oh, I'm dead. So it makes sense for you to at least log in, unlock the episode, and I guess what they're counting on is, all right, you've already logged in, and now you've gotten a little in-game mail telling you about what's going on, so maybe you'll stick around for a little bit longer, and I think that's the general idea. But if you do want to binge play it, or you're not interested like right away at jumping in, you can still just log in, unlock the episode on your account, and then log out, and then come back when you're ready for it. And I think this system really, you know, should satisfy all types of players, and I kind of like that. I do want to see those UI changes like I was talking about for the story journal. I think you should always be able to see the areas that you've actually completed. All right, so now I want to talk about the story instances. I thought these were really well done, to be honest. They were fun. They had some cool storylines. There's a lot of mystery still going on. They really set the stage for season 2. Like, what is, you know, who is this Master of Peace, and, you know, why was that Solvari, you know, after him, and, you know, was he truly part of the Soundless, and does that mean that any Solvari that cut ties with the Pale Tree are going to, you know, be susceptible to being corrupted? So, you know, I like the storyline. I like where it's leading, and you know, at first I thought when I played through everything that, all right, you know what, Dry Top's not a huge area. There's not, you know, there's a couple story instances and these achievements. If they aren't going to put out content, you know, on a 2-week basis, then maybe that might not be enough. But now that they've announced that the second episode is indeed coming out in like 1 week, I think I mean, that's a huge amount of content for 2 weeks. It really is. If they can keep up that amount of content every 2 weeks, holy crow. I tried to say cow and crow at the same time. It came out crow. Holy crow, that would be an awesome, you know, amount of content that comes out every 2 weeks. People really enjoy that. And I love the fact that, for all intents and purposes, this content is permanent. Not only can you replay stuff in the story journal, but like all of this whole area, we should be able to, you know, keep coming back to, and I can, you know, I could say, oh, I'm going to get that skill point eventually, and different things like that. So I really like the story instances. I love the fact that they have these like harder achievements in there, and that the achievements aren't tied to a meta, you know, achievement. Like, the meta achievements were almost a little bit of a limitation for the developers. I'm going to go out and try to find some more of those coins while I'm just running around. The meta achievements in season 1 were almost like a handcuff for the developers, because they want anybody who wanted to actually play through and get the meta achievement, they wanted to make sure that they could. So that means they had to limit the number of difficult achievements they actually gave out, and they did things like, oh, you don't need to do all 14 achievements, you know, you can do 10 of the 14 achievements, because that was their only way of getting some of the harder ones in there. So with this new system where you just play through the story, and you get to play through the story, and if you want to go back through the story and try for these difficult achievements, well, it makes it so they can give you some harder content. Like, the jumping puzzle is definitely no joke, and you know, you know, some players might get frustrated with that, but you don't need to do it. What I would like to see in the future is, it feels like there's not a ton of incentive, and I'll show you which ones I'm talking about here. There's not a ton of incentive, at least for me, to go back through. I'm gonna get knocked off here, aren't I? There's a big telegraph coming. There's not a lot of incentive to go back and get all of these achievements, to be honest. They have these you know, crafting material crates that you can unlock with Zephyrite lockpicks and geodes and Ambrite caches and stuff like that. But, you know, there's nothing really that stands out to me that says, oh yeah, I really need to go do these. I probably will complete all of these, but I don't feel compelled to. And this is coming from a guy who is a completionist, who has gotten every single non-World versus World meta achievements since this game has launched. I've gotten, but I don't feel particularly compelled to do this. I wish and I hope for future episodes that what they do is they make it so that some of these achievements, or maybe doing all of these achievements, unlocks a cosmetic reward for you, or something that you can show off. Maybe it's a mini pet, maybe it's a costume or an outfit or a back piece or whatever it is. Actually, not a back piece. We have too many of those. Something that basically says, hey, I completed all these difficult achievements, so that you can kind of show it off. And actually, what it would be really cool is if, like, all right, you play through your story journal for the Gates of Maguuma, and maybe you get a cape. Even though it's a back item, I think we'd all agree that capes would be okay. Let's say we got a cool cape, right, for doing all of this. And if people complete all of the optional difficult achievements, they get a different color cape, or your cape glows, or something like that, or your cape says "I love Quaggan." Just give the same reward, but with a different, cosmetic element to it, and I think players will go crazy over that. And it would be awesome. Like it wouldn't be a necessary thing for people to actually complete, because, like I said, some players might not want to do those difficult achievements. But as long as they already get their cape and they just can't get the different color cape, well, then that's fine. Not everybody can have the special Quaggan loving cape that I mentioned there. So I think that would be a really cool addition as well. I'm gonna actually try to get this achievement over here. I'm gonna beat this guy. Down at Sparring Rock. Down at Sparring Rock. Oh, don't. This is gonna be difficult. I've tried this a couple times before, and man, is he gonna jump? Here comes the jump, and again. Wish I had stable. I wish I thought about bringing. No, you stink! Did I get it? I didn't get it. You mother Fletcher, son of a nutcracker, G.I. Joe. I didn't get the achievement. The last second, you got me. Let's see, what achievement was that? That was gonna be. That's a regional one, right? Sparring Rock Master. Defeat him without falling off or leaving the top. Oh well. Maybe next time. See, again, it's only worth 5 achievement points. There's part of me that goes, yeah, you really want that, but I don't even know why. So I want to take a minute and just talk about this area of Dry Top overall. I think this is a really cool area. It looks very different than we've seen a lot of the different areas in Guild Wars 2, and I really think this is the type of thing that players are going to get very excited about as we go into, more into Season 2. The player base has been saying since the launch of the game, we want new areas to explore, and frankly, the reason why people want new areas is, I mean, there's twofold. That people want to see some of the areas that they remember fondly from Guild Wars 1, but the thing is, this game is so pretty. It's so damn pretty, this game, and like the landscapes that they do in this. Yeah, everything is so picturesque, and the art style is amazing, and they really integrate it with the music. The music is fantastically well done, and people just want to explore Tyria. And, I understand them wanting to, especially in Season 1, like, utilize a lot of the zones that you just level through and never come back again. And I think that's smart to get the most out of the player zones as possible, but I really like that we're pushing into a new direction, and it really seems like we could see a new mini zone like Dry Top every single one of these episodes, or maybe every couple episodes, and that'd be really amazing because it's just well done. On paper, if you say, hey, you're gonna go to like this sandy, wasteland with sandstorms in it, and there's gonna be houses that are made of clay, and it's gonna be like a Pueblo style type setting, like New Mexico or whatever. You might not think that it's gonna look pretty and stuff like that, but man, I just got the Rampager's Adventurer's scarf. Sweet. But man, this place is just gorgeous, and that's what the players come to expect in Guild Wars 2. The artists of Guild Wars at ArenaNet, they're just so good at it, and so I'm really excited to just see where this takes us. Not only for the story, I definitely love the fact that we're going, finding out some secrets about, the Elder Dragons, and it looks like we might be coming up on finding out the source of some of their corruption and stuff like that, and we might be facing off against Mordramoth himself or itself. But just, you know, the fact that we get to explore and see new areas is just, it's so amazing. So I'm really excited about Season 2. Let me take a look at that scarf. If I can get off of me! Dust mites. I don't want to fight you. Oh, get out of here. Yes. Yes. Move. Oh, you can't get me over here. All right, let me just take a look at that scarf I got. That's awesome. Preview. I could kind of use that in this storm. Why my preview is all cloudy because of the sandstorm. So that's pretty cool. Was that sell for anything? Let's see how much that sell for, because you can kind of combine this with the other piece. Okay, 7 gold. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. So let me know in the comments below. What did you think of this patch? Is this a good first patch for you know, for the Season 2 to start? What did you like? What did you not like? What would you do differently? Do you agree with my comments? Put all that in the comments field below. And yeah, can't wait to see next week. We'll see Part 2, Season 2. Now, I am going on vacation for a week starting this Sunday, so I will miss the first week of the new patch. But expect some new videos about Episode 2 once I return and I'm able to play through it myself. As always, please like and favorite and subscribe to the channel to be notified when future videos are released. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.